Hello everyone. I would like to briefly introduce our university, the National Taipei University of Education. National Taipei University of Education was founded in 1895. It was the first university established in Taiwan. The school was a teacher training college, but it was promoted to a comprehensive university since 2005. NTUE is centrally located in Taipei, the capital city of Taiwan. Taipei is the political, economic, educational, and cultural center of Taiwan Island. Affiliated elementary school. Affiliated kindergarten. This is our museum, MONTUE. It exhibits and displays the artwork occasional to the public. It is also a field for the students to curate in their graduate exhibition. More than 2,000 students ages 6 to 50 from over 40 countries around the world have learned Mandarin at NTUE Chinese Language Education Center. There are 3 colleges: the College of Education, the College of Humanities and Arts, and the College of Science. There are a total of 16 departments, 21 master's programs, including 3 international degree programs, and 4 doctoral programs. Here are the departments of College of Education. Department of Education, Department of Educational Management, Department of Early Childhood and Family Education, Department of Special Education, Department of Social and Regional Development, Department of Psychology and Counseling, Graduate School of Curriculum and Instructional Communications Technology. Here are the departments of College of Humanities and Arts, Department of Arts and Design, Department of Language and Creative Writing, Department of Music, Department of Cultural and Creative Industries Management, Department of Children English Education, Graduate School of Taiwanese Culture. Last but not least, College of Science, Department of Science Education, Department of Mathematics and Information Education, Department of Computer Science, Department of Digital Technology Design, Department of Physical Education. 3 international master's programs in NTUE. 2 are taught in English, Master of Arts in Critical and Curatorial Studies of Contemporary Art and International Master's Program of Learning and Instruction. 1 is focusing on Business Administration, Master's Program of Business Administration in Southeast Asia. The university has about 6,118 students this year. The male-female ratio of registered students are 31.55 and 68.45. 54.95% are undergraduate students and 45.05% are graduate students. There are 47.4% of students are teacher education students. It's about 1,570 students. 52.6% of students are not registered in teacher education program. There are a total of 245 faculties employed in our university and 223 part-time faculties. Our partner universities are all over the world, including Asia, Europe, and North America. At present, NTUE has 111 partner universities. Our students will be easier to study abroad as an exchange students. In our campus, we built 47 highly active learning classrooms, which integrated digital technology and cooperated seating arrangements to prompt teachers and students among student interactions. The Harvard Case Method Study Room, Computer and Networking Center. Our outstanding alumni including current Taiwan Minister of Education, current Taiwan Minister of Interior, renowned painter, comic artist, musician, and vocalist, The Times Higher Education announced the shortlist of THE Awards Asia 2020. National Taipei University of Education is recognized on the category of Teaching and Learning Strategy of the Year again, in 2019 and 2020. It shows NTUE's constant efforts and achievement in innovative teaching. Teaching researches and interdisciplinary learning are internationally recognized. QS launched the Top 500 Asia University of 2021 on November 2, 2021. This year's ranking on the top Asian university features 687 institutions, making it the biggest Asia ranking. Taiwan has 46 of all ranked institutions this year, and NTUE was ranked between 451 to 500. We publish seasonal newsletter to update schools' news to our partner universities for them to get to know better to our university. That's all about us. Thank you for listening.
Hi, I'm Hannah and I'm a student at the International Masters Program of Learning and Instruction. So for me, one of the things I was most worried about coming to Taiwan in the current climate was the whole pandemic situation. But the university supported me really well. So the international office helped me arrange my quarantine and they guided me through the whole process. And when I finished my quarantine, I went to a temporary dorm organized by the university, and somebody was waiting for me when I arrived, and they took me shopping so I could get all my essentials and survive my first few weeks. So there wasn't any time I felt unsupported, and the whole time I feel like the university had it really well organized. So the university has a really great study buddy program where an incoming international student is matched with a local Taiwanese student, and they help you through the university registration process, they help you with the visa process, and for me that was really helpful because I find all the paperwork really confusing, but luckily my study buddy guided me through the whole thing. So one of my favorite things about the university is just across the road there are so many amazing food options. You can get baozi, beef noodles, dumplings, anything you want, they have it. And I would definitely recommend in your first couple of weeks trying all the different places and exploring and seeing what you can find. For me, one of the best parts of studying at NTUE is the free Chinese classes. So every Tuesday and Thursday, I have a 2-hour class, and not only are we learning about the language, so vocabulary and grammar, we also do a lot of cultural activities. So I made hongbaos, which is red envelopes, and we made fans. Mine didn't look that great, but it was really fun. And we also went on a trip to a town that's famous for pottery, and we got to really bring the language to life and see it in context. And for me, as a language learner, I found that to be really valuable. And when I'm not in class, there's a lot of fun extracurricular activities organized by the university. So recently, I watched a sports show, which was incredible. There were athletes, there were the swimmers, the volleyball players, absolutely every sport you can imagine on display, and it was a really incredible performance. And my course also organized a trip to Hualien, which is a town south of Taiwan, and it's in the mountains, and it's in a really beautiful, picturesque landscape. And we got to go hiking, and we also had a really incredible experience going to visit some indigenous people, and we cooked food with them. We got to see how they hunted in the mountains. We even danced with them and got to wear some traditional clothes, and it was a really enriching experience. What I would say to future students is please don't worry about, am I going to fit in Taiwan? So on my course, everybody has a completely different background, their teaching experience, their academic experience, their cultural background, even their mother tongue. Lots of different people, lots of different backgrounds, but it's a really great place to be. We're always swapping ideas, we're growing together, we're working together, and the teachers are really supportive. So please don't worry about fitting in. I felt welcomed from day one, and I know everybody in our course feels really at home already. And welcome to NTUE.
Hi, my name is Dylan Bird, and I'm a student studying the International Masters Program in Learning and Instruction here at NTUE. I've really enjoyed my time here at NTUE. Before I can say anything else about it, I first want to talk about how much I appreciate the staff helping me come here in the midst of a worldwide pandemic. Because of this pandemic, even though my classes started in September, I actually wasn't able to arrive in Taiwan until the middle of November. But despite that, the staff and the faculty here were always very proactive in reaching out to me, helping me as I dealt with the consulate in San Francisco, and helping me with every problem I had along the way, both big and small. Without their help, I couldn't be here. And so I really appreciate all the help they gave me, even before we had a chance to meet in person. I can tell that they really value me as a person and as a student, and that I felt very valued here. Now, actually being here is wonderful as well, too. The campus is beautiful and clean. It's a very old school, one of the oldest in Taiwan, and you really get that feeling from walking around it. It's got a sense of history and of gravitas that you simply can't buy or paint on top of a newer school. And despite its age, it's actually quite well apportioned as well. Everything that you need is here, without being ostentatious. It's not so big so that it's cumbersome to use. It's not so small that it's awkward either. It's just exactly right. The exact kind of attitude that fosters a healthy spirit of learning and of progress, and of cooperation between the students and faculty. And speaking of the faculty, I really appreciate the staff in my program, the International Masters of Learning and Instruction. They're very friendly. They've arranged many programs for us, many activities, both on campus and off, that have allowed me to get to know my fellow students, as well as the culture of Taiwan. Particularly, there was one experience where my professors invited my class to go to the eastern city of Hualien and the eastern Rift Valley in Taiwan, where we were taken in by an Aboriginal tribe named Tulugu. They made us lunch. We talked for a long time, an entire day in fact. We followed a couple of their hunters into the forest where they explained their culture and habits. It was fantastic, and it was an experience that there's simply no way I would ever have if it wasn't for the fine staff at NTUE. So in a nutshell, I really enjoy my time here, and I'm sure that any student would enjoy it as well. Even though I'm living in a foreign country, I feel at home.